Welcome back. In this lecture, we shall learn about the Coalesce function. So this function is very important because it allows us to customize the null value. So the pattern is like Coalesce x comma y. If x is null, then x takes the value of y. So that is how you customize the null value. So you define y, what you want to look like, what you want the null to be replaced by, that is y. And if x is not null, then there is no need to change. So that is how it works. So what we'll do, so for the faculty table, we know that in the reports to column for the professors there are null values because professors do not report to anybody. So what we are going to do, if there is null value, if there is occurrence of null value in the reports to column, then the null value will be replaced by HOD. That means head of the department. Let's see how to do it in PG admin. This folk is a HOD. These folk, these people are HOD. So we want to replace it. Null value, we want the replacement of null values by HOD. Okay. So what we are going to do, select first name, last name, and specialization. Designation office. Of course, there will be professors who won't be reporting to anybody. We want x comma y, x to be transferred to y. Okay, so it is a missing value basically. So we'll have to cast it to varchar. We are going to change because why we are doing it, because we are replacing it with a string. So in Coalesce function x comma y, so x and y both should be same data type. Okay, so in this case what we are doing, reports to the missing values we are converting to string, the same data type as HOD is varchar. Okay, let's see who are the HODs. Oh, sorry, from faculty. Okay, we are getting the right result. Should I put a condition here? Okay, so these people are HODs. Okay, one more thing. This concept of coalesce is also very important when we want to operate aggregate function on the columns that we suspect to have missing values. So usually aggregate functions omit the null values. Okay, so what will happen? So let's try to learn it with an example. Star from student. Let's go to exam table. It talks about the exam scores, and there are missing values over there. So we can see, okay, there, okay, in a strategy paper, there are quite a few nulls. So what we are going to do, we are trying to get average score in strategy. Strategy, and it is 77.77. So what it this is doing, this is excluding the null values. So suppose there are 5 students, out of those, one student didn't take the exam, so that student is not counted while calculating the average. So that is erroneous. Actually, that is wrong. This is because if the students didn't appear in the exam, the examiner will give them 0 mark, and they should be counted while calculating the average. So if 5 students are there, one student has null value, then only total marks upon 4 students. That will be the case. But it should be a total marks upon 5 students. So that is how we will get average. So what we shall do here, so we can see it is 77.77. What we'll do now is to use Coalesce function to convert null values to 0 and then take average. Coalesce strategy, comma 0. One thing I had told you earlier, that these two should have same data type. X and Y should have same data type. So what we'll do over here, we'll cast, uh, sorry, strategy null value, we are giving them 0. So null value will directly go, we don't need to cast it because there is no value existing. We are just converting the null value to 0. Missing value, we are filling missing values, missing places by 0. So average. So now it is 77.77. So earlier it was 77.7. It must drop. Okay, it has dropped. So those students who are not accounted for while calculating average has now been accounted, and their marks, means the marks they score is 0. Each one of them who had not appeared in the exam. Okay, so I hope it makes sense. All right. Okay, these are very minute but very important concepts. So I hope you must be enjoying it, and let's meet in the next lecture. Till then, happy learning.